us of our Divine Mother. Our Divine Mother says daily we must aspire to conquer all mistakes, all obscurities, all ignorances. With always our love and blessings, says our Divine Mother. Sri Aurobindo's Savitri, Book 3, the Book of the Divine Mother, Canto 3, The House of the Spirit and the New Creation, page 375. Alien now seemed that dim, far universe, self and eternity alone were true. Then memory climbed to him from the striving plains, bringing a cry from once loved cherished things, and to the cry as to its own lost call, a ray replied from the occult supreme. For even there the boundless oneness dwells, to its own sight unrecognizable. It lived still sunk in its own tenebrous seas, upholding the world's inconscient unity, hidden in matter's insentient multitude. This seed self, sown in the indeterminate, forfeits its glory of divinity, concealing the omnipotence of its force, concealing the omniscience of its soul. An agent of its own transcendent will, it merges knowledge in the inconscient deed, accepting error, sorrow, death, and pain. It pays the ransom of the ignorant night, redeeming by its substance nature's form. Himself he knew, and why his soul had gone into earth's passionate obscurity to share the labor of an errant power which by division hopes to find the one. Two beings he was, one was white and free above, one struggling, bound, intense, its portion here. A tie between them still could bridge two worlds. There was a dim response, a distant breath. All had not ceased in the unbounded hush. His heart lay somewhere conscious and alone, far down below him like a lamp in night. Abandoned, it lay alone, imperishable, immobile with excess of passionate will. His life, sacrificed and offered heart, absorbed in adoration mystical, turned to its far off fount of light and love.
या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोराः पापकाशिनी तस्मत्तमेव मम शरणम् दया नस्तनुवा शन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिजाकशीः तस्मत्तमेव शरणम् ततः परं ब्रह्म परं बृहन्तम यथा निकायं सर्वभूतेषु गूढम् तस्मात् तमेव ॐ विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारमीश तं ज्ञत्वा हमिता भवन्ति वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्क वह्निनयनं वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियम् वन्दे वरदं वन्दे शिवं वन्दे श्रीअरविन्दम् तस्मद् मम शरणं तस्मद् मम शरणं मीरा मम शरणम्.
Prayers and Meditations, January 1st, 1914. To Thee, Supreme Dispenser of all boons, to Thee who givest life its justification by making it pure, beautiful, and good, to Thee, Master of our destinies and goal of all our aspirations, was consecrated the first minute of this new year. May it be completely glorified by this consecration. May those who hope for Thee seek Thee in the right path. May those who seek Thee find Thee, and those who suffer, not knowing where the remedy lies, feel Thy life gradually piercing the hard crust of their obscure consciousness. I bow down in deep devotion and in boundless gratitude before Thy beneficent splendor. In the name of the earth, I give Thee thanks for manifesting Thyself. In its name, I implore Thee to manifest Thyself even more fully in an uninterrupted growth of light and love. Be the sovereign master of our thoughts, our feelings, our actions. Thou art our reality, the only reality. Without Thee, all is falsehood and illusion, all is dismal obscurity. In Thee are life and light and joy. In Thee is supreme peace. Words of our Divine Mother, taken from the collective works of our Divine Mother, Volume 3, topic Sadhana and Life, page 228, subtopic The Divine's Help to Man. Our Divine Mother says the day comes when all barriers have fallen within and around us, and we can feel like the bird that opens its wings for an unopposed soar. A being free from all bondages, flying from height to height in a happy seeking for divine transformation. A resplendent sun rises above the horizon. It is your Lord that comes to you. The whole world awakes and stretches in delight at the contact of His glory. As the earth that heaves and opens, as the tree that grows, as the flower that blossoms, as the bird that sings, as the man that loves, let His light permeate you and radiate in ever increasing and widening happiness. A happiness steadily moving onwards as the stars move in heaven. Spiritual atmosphere. Light, fluid, clear and transparent, so clean. Our Divine Mother says, our thoughts are still ignorant, they must be enlightened. Our aspiration is still imperfect, it must be purified. Our action is still powerless, it must become effective. Listen silently, says our Divine Mother, to the order which comes from the Supreme Lord, and you will have the capacity to carry it out. Know what the Divine wants, and you will have mastery. The inner command is more sure than the mental conception. The reign of reason should not end until the coming of the psychic law which manifests the divine will. Power to reject adverse suggestions is the power which comes from the conscious union with the divine. Wisdom cannot be acquired except through union with the divine consciousness. Integral wisdom, that is something which is obtained by union with the divine. Like everything that belongs to creation, wisdom is progressive. A bit of wisdom is welcome. In the depths of the inconscient, there also shines the divine consciousness, resplendent and eternal. The divine will acting in the inconscient is all powerful even when we do not know it. Indeed, I am convinced that when the unconscious is conquered, no more conditions will be required. All will be a free decision of the divine's grace. The faith that goes to the cosmic divine is limited in the power of its action by the necessities of the plane. To get entirely free from these limitations, one must reach the transcendent divine. Our Divine Mother says, the only hope is in the capacity of the invisible power. Only the Supreme Consciousness can have an effect on your karma, and this consciousness is independent and above all human consciousness. The supreme power is taking up all the moments. It will turn them into the truth. No effort is needed, no aid from the mind or any of the instruments. Even the individual consent is no longer needed. Those who are predestined receive the help of an inner guide. Divine solicitude, always active even when we do not perceive it. Let us understand and receive with gratitude this divine solicitude, so often not understood. Integral solace is that which one can receive only from the divine. Solace the divine blessings, the blessings the divine grants us, says our Divine Mother. In the topic, do the right thing, under the topic sadhana and life, our Divine Mother says, do you wish for kindness? Be kind. Do you ask for truth? Be true. Try to do the good and never forget that God sees you everywhere. A good deed is sweeter to the heart than a sweet in the mouth. A day spent without doing a good deed is a day without a soul. Do good for the love of good, not in the hope of a reward. Be good for the joy of being good and not for the gratefulness of others. There is only one way of being right, but there are many ways of being wrong. All will be all right when you are all right. Let the consciousness work in you and through you, and everything will become all right. Pray to the divine grace to make you do always the right thing in the right way. Always do what you know to be the best, even if it is the most difficult thing to do. Which is the easiest way to forget oneself? Always do the right thing in the right way at the right moment. Each day, at every moment, we shall aspire to do the right thing in the right way always. It is only when we are not disturbed that we can always do the right thing in the right way at the right time. Whatever comes to you, if you take it in the right spirit, will turn for the best. Correct moment, all the moments under the right inspiration, turning off the wrong moments into right is an extreme goodwill always ready to be transformed. There is a moment when the right attitude comes spontaneously and without effort. Aspiration is the right attitude, for the right attitude being energetic, willing, and determined. Right attitude is simple, open, so it is without any complications. Soar high is the next subtopic. Our Divine Mother says, our consciousness is like a young bird. It must learn to use its wings. Take your flight towards the heights, so very high, and you will discover the greater depths. Our Divine Mother says to rectify and to efface, both are possible, but in both cases, though in varying degrees, a transformation of the nature of the character is needed. What is wrongly done must be changed in oneself first before one can hope to change the consequences of one's action. A change of consciousness, and when our consciousness will change, we will know what the change is. Our Divine Mother says, I am asking only for the sacrifice of your ignorance, unconsciousness, and the limits of the ego, but for what a marvelous and incomparable gain. Let your life be useful. Let your life be a constant search for the truth, and it will be worth living. Let all your life be entirely and exclusively governed by the Supreme. Let your highest aspiration organize your life. Keep your aspiration ardent and sincere. Never forget that you are the child of the divine. It will prevent you from doing anything unworthy of the divine children. All depends on the attitude of each one and on the sincerity of his approach. All depends on an inner attitude, says our Divine Mother.